the world leader in MMA. Experience it on FS1.
Once again, the Octagon has landed on the shores of Lake Michigan, where tomorrow night some of the UFC's best will give the fans in Chicago a night to remember. And there's our headliner, former UFC Bantamweight champion Holly Holm versus former Muay Thai champion Valentina Shevchenko. Two of the most credentialed strikers in the UFC will meet in the middle of the Octagon with title implications hanging in the balance. Also tomorrow, two of the best lightweights in the world clash when the dangerous Edson Barboza welcomes Gilbert Melendez back to the Octagon. The FS1 UFC Fight Night weigh-in show starts right now.
Time!
Tomorrow they fight, tonight they hit the scale. Welcome to the Windy City. I am Karen Bryant alongside former WEC champion Mr. Brian Stan and the reigning, defending, light heavyweight champion of the world, Mr. Daniel Cormier. We do also have Megan O'Leary backstage for us as well. It never gets old, does it, DC?
No.
Listen, Brian, let's get right to it. We have got a heck of a headliner tomorrow night. We're going to see two of the most credentialed strikers, male or female, in any UFC. Valentina Shevchenko, the former Muay Thai champ, taking on the former Boxer of the Year, Miss Holly Holm.
I mean, just incredible. Both women defending world champions. Holly Holm, obviously, their boxing background. However, Holly's best weapons is her footwork and her kicks. Valentina Shevchenko has looked primarily the counter striker so far in her UFC career. But when you go back and you watch this woman's professional kickboxing bouts, she is violent, she is aggressive, she gets off first, and she has got a diverse arsenal of kicks that we haven't seen yet, probably because most of the women that fight Valentina want to take her down. Not going to be the case tomorrow night with Holly Holm.
This is going to be an amazing fight. You have two of the best strikers overall. But in this fight, you have two counter strikers. Who's going to go first? Both of these women like to counter, but one of them has to lead the dance. Holly Holm can be a sniper, as we saw in the Rousey fight, but she also can mix in takedowns. Valentina is going to have to maybe be first this time against Holly Holm.
Well, DC, we also have an intriguing matchup in our co-main event. Former Strikeforce champion Gilbert Melendez returning to face the high-octane Edson Barboza.
This is going to be an amazing fight. Strikeforce forever. Narkel, stand up. Gilbert Melendez is back. He is ready to fight. The guy needs to pressure Edson Barboza. Go forward, not stay at range. Edson Barboza has unbelievable striking, brutal leg kicks. And if Gil stays away from him and allows him to get comfortable, he's going to tear up his legs, as Eddie Alvarez did in Gilbert's last fight. Gil has to go forward, use a lot of wrestling to wear Edson Barboza down.
Well, as the new weigh-in procedure tells us, all 24 fighters have officially hit the scale earlier today within a 2-hour window. We're going to make it official right now. They're with their registered weights. Let's send it to our master of ceremonies, Mr. Joe Rogan.
What's up? What's up, Chicago? Welcome to the weigh-ins. Thank you very much. How about a round of applause for Chrissy, Ariani, and Brittany? Joe Silva and Sean Shelby, best matchmakers on the planet Earth. And we're going to kick things off in the heavyweight division, ladies and gentlemen. Luis Enrique versus Dmitry Smokalev.
Dmitry Smolyakov. Some guys want to be in and out when it comes to work, and that's the case with Dmitry. In his 8 professional fights, he's got 8 wins and 8 finishes. Not only is he a quick finisher, he can finish you with strikes and also submissions. He says his idol is the great Russian wrestler, Alexander Karelin. And just like Karelin, he gets the job done quick. His longest fight has lasted only a little over 3 minutes.
Dmitry Smolyakov, 251. And his opponent, Luis Enrique.
It was a quick turnaround from his UFC 199 TKO victory, but Luis Enrique had such a good time and came out successful on his very first trip to the United States. He decided to do it again here in Chicago. He's been playing tourist and, of course, indulging in his favorite American junk food.
Official weight, 253. First fight of the night, ladies and gentlemen, Dmitry Smolyakov and Luis Enrique.
Of all people, poor Joe Silva in between all that meat.
The featherweight division, Jim Allers versus Jason Knight.
The kid, Jason Knight, is looking to get his first UFC victory here in Chicago. 12 of his 16 career victories have come by way of submission, and his slick jits game is varied. He's got 7 different submissions that propelled him to those victories, including a go-go plata and that Von Flue
First up on the
choke.
scale, Jason Knight, official weight 145. And his opponent, Jim Allers.
The former kindergarten teacher. You know, DC, this guy actually talks about training in a gi. He says he does it all camp long, which a lot of fighters get away from training the gi, but he feels like it makes his game much sharper. He won Abu Dhabi trials as just a purple belt, so he's a very talented fighter. Came into the UFC with a lot of hype. Hasn't shown it yet. I think this could be the matchup we see his best. Hard to picture Jim Allers as your child's kindergarten teacher.
Probably a good disciplinarian.
In the welterweight division, Alex Oliveira versus James Mutasri.
James Mutasri. He was a Taekwondo national champion. He's been successful in the UFC. He has a great training situation at Black House, but you can always get better. He spent time with Joe Schilling in preparation for this fight,
Official weight 170.
knowing that even though he's a good striker, there's always room for improvement. James Mutasri is excited about tomorrow night.
I'll tell you, DC, in very similar fashion, Alex Oliveira expanded his training horizons as well. Typically trains at Tata Fight Team in Brazil. He was splitting some time at American Top Team, but after fighting Cowboy Cerrone and coming up short, he's now training full-time at ATT in Florida. Really wanted to advance his wrestling game. You know, he fought Muay Thai previously before coming to UFC, had good jiu-jitsu, but that's always been a deficiency for a lot of fighters outside of the United States, is their wrestling background. Now training here in the States, trying to get more proficient in that arena.
Official weight 170 from Mr. Oliveira.
After the Cerrone fight, he was very disappointed. You have to make changes if you're going to get a different result, if you don't like the result that you got.
James Mutasri and Alex Oliveira.
Welcome back to the desk. You can catch the next 4 prelim fights tomorrow on your local Fox affiliate, starting with lightweights J.C. Cottrell and Michel Prazeres. Brian wanted to know a little bit more about the newcomer Cottrell.
I'll tell you what, this kid is actually a good, well-rounded fighter. Excited to see what he's going to come up with. But, you know, he started fighting because he never quenched his thirst from his wrestling background. He was disappointed with the result. That's what led him into mixed martial arts. He's compiled a 17-3 record. He's only gone to decision 4 times his career. He's a very aggressive guy, whether he's on the feet or if he's on the ground. He's always hunting for a finish. So do not expect this fight to go to decision.
Official weight 155 from Mr. Cottrell. And his opponent,
Michel Prazeres spent the latter part of his training camp at Black House in Los Angeles. He spent a lot of time training with Lyoto Machida. Brian Stan actually told me that he's a paramilitary officer who's been in several hostage situations, so you know he's going to be able to keep it calm there inside the octagon.
Yeah, you know those hostage situations you see in movies where someone has a hostage and someone's got to aim in and take out the bad guy? Michel Prazeres has been there and done that, put it that way. Fighting in the octagon is not such a big deal to him.
Yeah, not at all. And he looks like he was in those situations.
Official weight 155 for Michelle Caceres.
That is a fire hydrant with abs.
Yes, it is. I'm glad you said it.
He's jacked.
He's doing Cottrell a favor. Let me cover these things up so you don't get too nervous for tomorrow.
Cottrell's fine. Look at Cottrell. Cottrell's fine.
He's got no regrets.
No regrets.
Says right there on his chest.
Nice stand. Nice stand.
The next fight takes place in the welterweight division. Kamaru Usman versus Alexander Yakovlev.
The Thunder of the North, Alexander Yakovlev, hails from Russia, but does his training camps far from home in the Garden State of New Jersey. Take a look at his social media, and you can see as he settles into his new home at welterweight, he's also settling into life down at the Jersey Shore.
Best production value on a mixed martial arts rap video ever.
Official weight 170 for Mr. Yakovlev.
Every time he fights, I really cannot believe that he's a rapper. I think he got to play a mean joke on me. I have to go find this stuff today. Kamaru Usman has looked impressive. Remember, this was not supposed to be his fight, but these were his words as I talked to him yesterday. He developed a weird allergy that made him allergic to dairy. So you think, well, this is bad, I'm feeling sick, but it made him change his diet. He's always been a guy that struggles a little bit to make the weight, but he woke up on Wednesday morning 6 pounds overweight. He said that the new diet and the sickness has made him much more disciplined, and he feels great as he heads into the hardest fight of his career against Yakovlev.
Weight 170 from Mr. Usman.
But he couldn't explain the sickness though, Brian. He just said something weird happened to my stomach.
And of course, people will remember Kamaru from the Black Zillions versus ATT season of The Ultimate Fighter. He's looking good here.
Alexander Yakovlev and Kamaru Usman, ladies and gentlemen. The next fight takes place in the Featherweight division. Darren Elkins versus Godofredo Pepe.
For such a young guy, the way that this kid has changed his career. When he started in the UFC after the Ultimate Fighter Brazil, he struggled, lost his first 2 fights off the show, but lately he has been so impressive. He knocked out one of my teammates, Noah Lahat, which is still one of the best knockouts I had ever seen. Double flying knee to knock him out cold. Submitted in his last fight. Submitted the kid from Alpha Male. What's his name? The 140. Andre Feely. Submitted Andre Feely.
Official weight 145 from Mr. Pepe.
You talk about fast starters. This kid finished his fights in the first round, and he's gonna need to do it tomorrow night against his opponent.
Intense.
And his opponent, Darren Elkins.
Elkins has seen everything in the UFC. He's a guy, if you think you're a contender, he knocks you back down. But he's come up short every time he tries to make it into the elite of 145 pounds. So he left Indiana, moved to Sacramento, trained at Team Alpha Male. Now, a lot of people have changed camps, and you don't really see the benefit in their first fight with that camp. It's typically the second or the third. This will be his second fight since changing camps. Let's see if we see a new and improved Darren Elkins.
These are the types of fights that Elkins wins, though. So Pepe has to be ready tomorrow night because, as you said, comes up short against the elite. But these fights he wins.
And looking at that stare down, Pepe definitely looks to be the bigger, stronger guy. But he's got to deal with that smothering style of Darren Elkins.
Hey, look at Elkins sticking out that chest like a gamecock, ready to fight. Get him, Elkins.
The next fight takes place in the Bantamweight division. Frankie Saenz versus Eddie Wineland.
Eddie Wineland is so happy to be back inside the octagon, but not only has he been balancing a training camp to prepare for opponent Frankie Saenz, he also holds a full-time job as well as being a father to a 2-year-old son with another one on the way. So it's safe to say that Eddie Wineland is a very busy bantamweight.
Official weight 135 for Eddie Wineland. And his opponent, Frankie Saenz.
You know, Frankie Saenz getting questions this week from the media about having no finishes in his UFC career. A lot of it because his 3 fights that got him into the UFC were 3 straight excellent finishes. But let's face it, I mean, out of 5 fights in the UFC, this man now will have fought his 3rd ranked opponent. Frankie Saenz came and he has only taken on some of the best and the brightest in this division. He has not taken the easy road. As a former wrestler, we usually see Frankie Saenz strike. This is the kind of matchup I'd like to see if Saenz goes back to his roots and takes down Eddie Wineland.
135 for Frankie Saenz. Eddie Wineland and Frankie Saenz, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, Megan was talking about how busy Eddie Wineland is. He's obviously busy getting tattoos too.
Well, hello again. We are knocking on the door of the main card fights. Check them out on Fox tomorrow at 8 Eastern. Getting things started. A strawweight matchup between veteran Felice Herrig and up-and-comer Kylan Curran, DC. Heading to the scale first is the Hawaiian Curran.
Kylan Curran, I tell you, go to YouTube, put in her name and search Let It Go. This young lady has a beautiful singing voice. It's like getting a serenade from an angel. But not only can she sing, this young lady can fight.
You blushing, DC?
I am blushing, boy. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm blushing.
After a year off from competition, Felice Herrig is excited to return to the octagon in her hometown of Chicago. And although she hasn't fought in about 15 months, she said she never stopped training. She just needed a break mentally and physically. And guys, I just want to apologize. Earlier in the show, I said a wrong pop-up here. Luis Henrique is fighting out of Brazil, not the same Luis that I gave a pop-up for, so my apologies to him. He's fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, looking to come back after a loss in December. Obviously, we're very excited for this card. Again, my apologies. That will be a good one.
Official weight 115 from Ms. Herrig.
You guys might have seen that Felice was actually competing on the Ninja Warrior as well. This woman is in shape and ready to rock.
Yeah.
Putting in a lot of work with her best friend Carla Esparza for this camp as well.
This is going to be a great fight.
The next fight takes place in the heavyweight division. Francis Ngannou versus Bojan Milojevic.
Bojan Mihajlovic was supposed to fight Ngannou actually a few months ago in Croatia. So he's actually had extra time to prepare for this specific opponent, which can make a big difference. He's known for heavy hands, he's got some decent striking, but he likes to get a body lock and take you down. The thing that impresses me the most about this guy, though, is when he's on top of you, he's always looking to pass guard, constantly looking for submissions, opens up with his ground and pound. He's not a stationary guy, gets you on the ground and holds you for a big heavyweight. Brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, black belt in Lucha Libre, which is a combination of catch wrestling and judo. So he has the skills to get inside on the big man Ngannou and put him on his back and perhaps hold him there, something nobody else has been able to do.
Official weight 228.
Also of note, this man has not lost in 10 years.
And his opponent, Francis Ngannou.
Let me make sure I pronounce these names right because the pronunciation police Brian Stan just slaughtered it. Francis Ngannou. Not only is he a very imposing guy, he's a caring guy. He left Cameroon with a dream to become a heavyweight boxing champion. Now he is in the UFC. The guy was homeless for a little bit, but he's not going to not provide opportunities for his home country. He is building gyms with his purses. First check, bought a couple bags. Second check, bought some mats.
Official weight 259 for Mr.
In the second fight, he made a little more, so he bought mats and he got a place. With this fight purse, Ngannou may finally open that gym in Cameroon. Brian Stan.
And you'll be the first one to sign up.
He will.
You'll be the first one. This is your biggest man crush in the UFC.
I am signing up for Ngannou's gym from the United States of America. I'm taking a trip to Cameroon.
Joe Silva got in between them two quick. He wasn't letting that one get started.
Ngannou would crush Joe Silva.
Oh, poor guy.
Scrap Pack, NorCal, Bay Area. Gilbert Melendez is back, ladies and gentlemen. The former Strike Force champion, fought for the UFC championship. Hard-working guy, loves to fight.
Official weight 155 for El Nino.
Gilbert Melendez is made from the same cloth as the Diaz brothers. Guy loves to fight. Got a new wrestling coach in this camp, Alex Coriano from Purdue.
Barboza's always been a guy who's impressed us with wowing knockouts, brutal kicks, knocked a guy out with a leg kick, a body kick, and a head kick. One of the most talented guys in the lightweight division.
Official weight 155 for Mr. Barboza.
But the one thing holding him back has been in between the ears. He's moved to New Jersey, trained under Mark Henry full-time, and now working full-time with a sports psychologist, which helped him tremendously to pick up his last win against former champion Anthony Pettis.
Closer look at the two women involved in the main event of the evening. Holly Holm versus Valentina Shevchenko is a hugely important fight for the women's bantamweight division. Holly Holm is a former 18-time world boxing champion who had the unbelievable, spectacular knockout victory over Ronda Rousey in Melbourne, Australia, shook up the world.
Holly Holm is the new champion of the world!
But then lost to Miesha Tate in her first title defense. So you have a Holly Holm that is chomping at the bit to get back in there to fight once again for the title.
It was like there, I had it. The only thing to make that feel better is a victory.
But in front of her, she has a very difficult test in Valentina Shevchenko.
The first and more important goal that they have is the belt. The champion of Bantamweight division.
Valentina is a very physically strong, very durable, former world Muay Thai champion. A woman with outstanding striking. And she's a real threat for anyone in the 135-pound division.
A very tough girl. Maybe she hasn't been talked about as much as Nunez or Tate, but she's just as dangerous.
I think it will be a good fight. Holly, she's many times world champion of boxing. I'm many times world champion of Muay Thai. I know exactly what I need to do, so I'm going for it, and I will take it.
I always picture myself with a victory. It's the only way to obtain it. I don't want to just participate, I want to dominate.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Valentina Shevchenko.
How does something negative in your life impact you? I watched the 2008 U.S. men's volleyball team get a silver medal after tragedy. Something bad happened in Valentina's life with her coach. How does it help you going forward? This young lady will take everything that's happened outside of the octagon and turn it into something positive and earn a title shot if she gets past Holly Holm. She has a huge opportunity in front of her, and she has the skill set to pull this off. This is the type of fight that she loves. A striker, someone that will not try and take her down constantly. She believes that this benefits her in this matchup.
Official weight 133 for Valentina Shevchenko.
And her coach shot in a robbery in a restaurant.
Yeah.
She didn't even hesitate to pull out of this fight. Nothing.
No, never thought about it. She is a fighter, but how will it help her?
Bantamweight champion of the world, Holly Holm.
I I've known Holly for years. I trained with her. I wonder where her mind was at after losing to Miesha Tate. She has nothing left to prove. She's been a champion everywhere. I spoke to her husband. Her husband told me, Brian, I've never seen her more motivated. She's not looking to walk away. She wants the belt back.
135 for the former champion.
And we will always thank Holly for letting us know that you are the Stanwich.
Yes.
Your old roommate.
You all at FS1 will never forget that.
You know, man, people always go, well, the guy looks great. He's in great shape. Holly Holm always is in shape and is always ready to fight. This is a phenomenal fight. This is a high-caliber striking match. Great fight tomorrow night. I can't wait to watch.
And Brian, as you mentioned before, we've had several recent women headliner fights, and they've all delivered.
Three out of the last four UFC cards headlined by
Nobody
women.
wants to stop the stare now.
All right, I'm here with Valentina. First of all, Valentina, give us your thoughts on this fight tomorrow and what it means to be facing the most high-profile opponent of your UFC career so far.
Every time when I go to Octagon, I give all my best. So I was prepared for this fight very good. I'm in very good form right now, so I will put all my heart to win this fight, and I will do all my best.
You are one of the top female bantamweights in the world. I look forward to watching you compete. Valentina Shevchenko, ladies and gentlemen. And we're here with the former champ, Holly Holm. Holly, this is a critical fight for you. You were the former champion. You are coming off of the loss to Miesha Tate. Give us your thoughts on Valentina Shevchenko as an opponent and where your head is at right now.
I'll tell you, I think Valentina is a huge threat. She's got tons of Muay Thai experience. Let me tell you, if you haven't really ever watched Muay Thai fights, they've gone through battles and they've really worked hard. And I know that she's mentally strong, physically strong. This is not an easy fight. I feel like she's one of the toughest ones in the division, and I know that I have my hands full for sure.
I look forward to watching you compete. Holly Holm, ladies and gentlemen, the former champion. We will see you all tomorrow night on Fox. Thank you very much.
All right.
The UFC returns to the United Center July 23rd, and two of the sport's toughest divisions are about to get turned upside down. In the main event, former women's bantamweight champion Holly Holm meets ferocious kickboxer Valentina Shevchenko, and former Strikeforce champion Gilbert Melendez returns to action against Edson Barboza in a thrilling lightweight battle. It's all going down at UFC Fight Night. Holm versus Shevchenko in Chicago. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.